Hey there, this is Ryan. Welcome to the yet-to-be-named podcast being recorded at midnight on January 28th of 2017. I'm doing this mainly out of boredom. I have nothing to do, and I like podcasts. I listen to so many podcasts in my life, and I think they've had a positive impact on my life. First things, this episode is going to be painful to listen to. Part of the reason I'm doing this, I guess, is that I've always had trouble expressing my thoughts verbally. So this is just kind of practice to help me speak to humans. But I figure I'll also document other things in my... Well, not even document. This is not going to have any sort of structure at all. If I continue making these episodes, it's just going to be me bullshitting into a microphone until I get bored, basically, about random shit. Maybe I'll talk about myself or whatever I've been doing, which is usually video games or movies or something. So, I mean, that's the goal, I guess. Just kind of have fun and talk about things that I like. Because honestly, where I live, I don't get to talk about things that I like ever. It's terrible. But podcasts, I like them. I listen to like 12 podcasts, and several of them have had very big positive influences on my life. They've helped me improve as a person in some ways. None of those ways have stuck. I mean, I'm still a fucking asshole, but around 4 or 5 years ago, I can't even remember, I'm bad at years, I weighed around 440 pounds. And then I started listening to the Joe Rogan podcast. And hearing that dude's approach on life kind of helped me get my shit together for a while. So I started trying different methods of losing weight with varying amounts of success. And then I found the ketogenic diet. And doing that mixed with weightlifting, I got down to around 250 pounds. And I looked okay, at least comparative to how I usually looked. And that was good. I was happy. But that's all gone. I stopped for whatever reasons. I don't even know. I stopped going to the gym, mainly for social reasons. I mean, when I lift, I like to go to the gym and then fucking get shit done and then leave in 40 minutes. But I worked at that gym for a long time, so people kept talking to me while I was trying to work out, and 45-minute workout turned into a 2-hour workout, and I just don't have time for that shit, and I don't like working out enough to spend 2 hours in a fucking gym. So anyway, yeah, I lost a fuckload of weight, started lifting, quit smoking, and all of that's gone. As of 10 minutes ago, I'm back up to 376 pounds, but over the last few weeks, I've been trying to get my shit together. I've got my diet going pretty good, under control. I've lost 15 pounds down from where I was. I think I said 364 a second ago. So yeah, last week I was in like the late fucking 70s. I was a big man. I'm still a big man. I am a gargantuan man. But I'm going to fix that, hopefully permanently this time. And while I'm feeling motivated, I figure why not do something else productive, do something new. Because around here, there's not much for entertainment. So that's what I'm doing this for. I also saw that show, Maron, on IFC. I like Mark Maron's podcast a lot. I'm not going to edit out these coughs, by the way. This is going to be completely unprofessional in terms of editing. Sort of. I mean, I have some formal training with this, but I think there's charm in a long-form, uncensored, uncut, just kind of rambling podcast. I kind of identify with Mark Maron. He's a grumpy, miserly asshole like myself. And I found it entertaining the way he kind of works through his problems on air. Which, that's not what all this is going to be. It's kind of made me want to do it. Like I said, hopefully most of this is just bullshitting about things that I like. I got Bayonetta in the mail the other day, and I haven't really played much of it yet, but I'm probably going to record one of these and just talk about Bayonetta for a while. I don't know how long, but I'll talk about it, because why the fuck not? And you can listen, or you can not listen. I don't really care. Hopefully you get some amusement out of this, though. Even if maybe you'll find it funny, or maybe you'll just enjoy listening to whatever I'm saying and mocking it because I'm a dumbass. Whatever. Tell your friends. They can mock me too. Maybe I'll start a career podcasting. Who knows? I think I already ran out of shit to say. So yeah, I've been getting my shit back together. I got a gym membership again. I've been eating right. Lost another 15 pounds. And generally I just want to make some progress in my life. I've had a rough month. My cat died. Dog got hit by a car. A myriad of other bullshit I've had to deal with. So, my dog's going to be okay, by the way. She's sleeping by the heater right now, being all peaceful and quiet. So, I just need something to do. So I've kind of fallen behind on all of my hobbies lately. I've been in kind of a funk, where nothing that you previously enjoyed is enjoyable and all of your motivation to do anything is kind of sucked out of everything. No, I haven't had fun with something in weeks. It has been bad. That's a cough because I've been smoking cigarettes again. Because I am terrible at sticking to commitments. Lost my train of thought here. I've been drinking whiskey tonight, along with energy drinks, 0-calorie energy drinks, because that's delicious. Everybody has a favorite energy drink, or not energy drink. Jesus Christ, I'm nervous sitting in front of this microphone. See, this is why I'm doing this, is so I can deal with me getting anxious when I have to talk, which is weird. Because I only kind of get like this in private social interactions. Because my job involves, I'm not going to say what that job is. I mean, anyone who's listening to this probably knows me and they know what my job is. But I have to talk in front of people all day. And that's easy. It doesn't bother me at all. But getting in a one-on-one conversation with someone is just weird and awkward and it's quiet. And I don't say much. I'm bad at it. So, let's fucking fix that, right? I mean, I get kind of bored just doing stuff. If I'm going to do something, I want to be good at it. And then eventually I get bored of it and stop. Hence me being a fucking land whale again. But whatever. Maybe this will stick. Here's to you. So, see, here's another period of silence. Like I said, I'm not going to edit these. These awkward periods of silence are going to be there until I stop sucking at talking. I also need to pick a name for this fucking thing, which I've been trying to think of a name for, a media company or something forever, and I haven't got anything good. Every time I think of a name, I'm like, oh, someone else already did that or did something similar to it. I recorded this at midnight. Maybe it's going to be the Midnight Podcast. Who knows? So I'm just hanging out. I don't work tomorrow. And I'm trying to think of something productive to do. I'm going to work out. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier and then dropped it. I got a gym membership again. I've got a big-ass tire in my yard that I can flip or hit with a hammer to my heart's content. Basically, I want to get in good physical shape and stay that way a second time. I mean, when I was around 250, I was hitting the gym 4 to 5 times a week, sometimes 6, just because I had nothing to do. And I was strong, and I wasn't super fat. I mean, 250 is still, 90% of you listen to this and be 250, that guy's still fucking huge. But there was some muscle there, and I looked okay. I felt good. I feel terrible now. Before when I was super fat, in the 400s, you didn't even notice because that's how you felt all the time. But then after that weight's gone, it's the most crazy relief in the world. And then it comes back once you gain the weight back again, and then you just feel terrible all the time. I mean, I don't even know why I didn't stop myself from getting fat again. That there's no justification or excuse for it. I'm just terrible at it. So, plus, I don't know, I was angry for a while at not being a land whale, because when you weigh like over 400 pounds, people treat you like subhuman shit. You are invisible to them. And then, once I got presentable, people started talking to me. Like, I would be walking down the hall and somebody would smile or wave or say, "Good morning." And I don't know, to a normal person that should make them proud, but that just made me resentful and fucking angry. I think that kind of hurt my worldview. Which, again, it's been up and down. I used to be super negative and angry at everything. I was not a happy person. I mean, I'm still not, really. It's ups and downs. But it was getting better, is what I meant. I was pissed off at the world, and I hated myself and everything in it. And I tried to improve it, and it got a little better. And now it's slipping away again, so I am fighting that with every fiber of my being to be a happy and productive person by recording a podcast that nobody's going to listen to. And yeah, that about sums it up. So, I don't even know how long I've been talking, because I haven't used Audacity, which is what I'm using to record this, and a Blue Snowball mic, which I bought several years ago for the express purpose of recording podcasts with a friend of mine, but that never happened. Never does. Except for now. See, I'm already getting shit done. I am in the zone, figuratively. So I have this here, and I'm going to use it to talk about nothing. I didn't even plan what I was going to say coming into this. I mean, I did a little bit. I wanted to kind of talk about the structure, or lack of structure, of this podcast. I'm suddenly self-aware of saying podcast a lot, and this weird stutter that I have every now and then. I mean, I don't have a clinically diagnosed stutter, and I don't stutter all the time, but sometimes it comes out, and that bothers me. I need to fix that. So, here we go. Also, another thing about being fat. I'm going to talk about being fat a lot on this podcast, because if there's one thing I know about, motherfuckers, it is being fat. Your voice changes. There's like pressure on your diaphragm when you're a fat guy, and whenever you lose weight, that goes away, and you have more air to talk. And I guess I need to do some more fucking cardio, you know? See, I've just been trying to keep myself busy this last week with random games, and I've watched a shitload of movies, none of which have really stood out. Actually, I take that back. I went on a Godzilla watching spree the other day. I watched Shin Godzilla, the newer Japanese movie that came out, and it was awesome. I mean, it was dumb, but it was awesome. And I kind of had this Aaron Sorkin thing where half the movie was politicians walking down hallways, sharing witty dialogue back and forth, and then the other half was giant monsters fucking shit up. And I enjoyed that. I kind of like... It was politicians and scientists the whole movie, and I kind of liked that approach versus the more American approach to movies where they always give you like a family or someone with a love interest and try to make you care about it, but I don't give a shit. So this one was at least interesting because they were discussing like ethical and more realistic conversations that a person in power would have about a gigantic 500-foot radioactive lizard destroying Tokyo. And that's about it. Like I said, I got Bayonetta the other day. I'll probably record something about Bayonetta and talk about that for a bit soon. I don't have work tomorrow. And I'm not going to record these all the time, maybe once a week, once a month, I don't know. I still need to figure out a name. If you guys want to ask me dumb questions, whoever listens to this, I will gladly respond to them on air. On air. Look at me. I'm already self-important like a fucking radio asshole. I'll respond to everything you got on air. You're calling in. So, my voice is getting raspy. I talked all day at work. And now I'm talking into this microphone. It probably sounds terrible, but I do have a decent mic. And maybe I can get other people on this to bullshit with me. That's kind of what I like about podcasts, is the forced aspect of conversation that you miss out on every day. I mean, people have that generic, like, how you doing? Not so bad. Good, and you? Response that's what 99% of daily conversations are. And you never get into anything of any depth, and it is mind-numbing. It is terrible. This is why I don't like talking to people. But sometimes you meet someone with whom it is worth having a conversation, and then you lack the conversational skills to reciprocate and have a good time. What the fuck is that? So, I gotta work on that. And if you want to listen to me work on that and other bullshit, if you want to follow along with my successes, and more often than those successes, my failures, so you can either just watch as I wallow in my own filth, or maybe I'll be successful and then you'll be mildly inspired. I don't think I'm going to do anything. I don't think I can inspire you greatly. I'm not going to put meaning into your life. If I'm inspiring anybody, it's just going to be mild, okay? It's just going to be a little bit. I also need a pop filter. I'm staring at this audio reading level, and my P's and my B's are popping. So, that's not good. I'm probably not even going to listen to these. I fucking hate hearing my own voice. I will just try to keep track of myself in day-to-day interactions and conversations and see if I can feel improvement in any of this talking stuff. But yeah. I mean, not all of these are just going to be me whining about myself. I mean, I've got some self-loathing, but not that much. Eventually I'll kind of get into a plan and talk about like a movie for a few minutes or a game. Or who knows, I have a guitar. I used to be okay at it. I haven't really touched it a whole lot in the last 6 months to a year. And I was actually feeling really motivated, to play that thing around December. And I picked it up and played once and had a good practice session in. And then the next day I burned the shit out of my hand. And it's just now getting to where I can use it again for something like guitar playing. So maybe I'll bust that out and embarrass myself on that for you. Who knows? So, I'm going to drink a bunch of water, take some fish oil, and finish this whiskey. I mean, I'm drinking whiskey. I know I'm sitting here whining about being fat while having alcohol, but hey, I'm counting everything on my FitnessPal. I'm under my carbohydrates for the day, and I am way under my calories for the day. So this is a success. I mean, it could be better if I wasn't drinking whiskey like an asshole while I'm trying to lose weight, but that's what I'm going to do, because that's how I'm getting by. So I think that's it. I think I rambled about almost nothing for a good 20 minutes. If you sat through this whole 20 minutes, feel free to call me a dickbag on Twitter. Or ask me questions and I'll answer them next time. Anyway, signing off. Bye, guys. Till next time.